Scanning, synchronizing, stabilizing. Engaged.
Good evening and good afternoon, everyone. This is K Rev on K's Couch. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be alive. I guess some people will call it, I think it's Tuesday, terrific Tuesdays. Some people may say thankful Tuesdays. Listen, it's Tuesday and you're alive. Be thankful for that. A lot of people are not living right now, or they're on their last breath. And so be appreciative of the time that you have. I'm honored to be here today. Life is a gift. It is not supposed to be. It is a gift. And with that gift, I have purpose. I want you to know that you are a meaningful human being with purpose, and you have a job to do. You got things to get done. Don't let anyone or anything get in that way. Who can separate you from, as one could say, from the love of God or from the love of life? No one should. So you got to allow yourself to grow and be better, be a better human being. But you have purpose, and you can't let nothing get in the way of that. I am so honored today. We have an extraordinary guest. She is a award-winning author of the book Knowing. I got an opportunity to download my copy today, and I will be diving into this book this evening. And she's awesome. She's been around, nationally known. She's internationally known, and she has a lot of things going on. Very intuitional, as I would say. She's been gifted with a great divine knowledge of life and of individuals. So we have the great Shawna Allard, that is from the area of North San Diego, California, and I'm happy to have her here. And K's Couch is brought to you by Standard Magazine, with the voice of the culture and the oxygen for the entrepreneur. Also by KR3 & Co. Enterprises, where we help businesses grow and grow securely. We have the awesome Shawna Allard here, and she will be talking to us about who she is, her book, and also how she's helping the masses. So we are anticipating a great chat and conversation with Miss Shawna Allard. Listen, it's happening here on the couch, K's Couch.
Throughout life, one may feel he or she hasn't been heard, seen, or no one is listening. However, look up. Don't fret. There is a place for you.
Processing.
Greetings.
Access granted.
Welcome to the couch, K's Couch.
It does not say whether you're bad or good, but it is a measurement.
Every single time you go to that bathroom and you got a stream of urine flowing out, you need to be saying, praise God.
Wow.
Because that's a sign that your kidney is getting better.
Like during that time when it was a fraction of a penny, and then you held it until today, you're a multi-millionaire.
Great. And as a result of this next conference, I am going to have a number of events following the conference.
Okay, I got you.
Nobody else. Willing to open the book.
To get this knowledge that you have, you gave up a lot of personal time with family.
Is less than $40 for both.
Wow.
And I have it in a variety of colors.
I take every moment as it is. I've learned to be where my feet are.
Shawna, how are you?
Hello, how are you, Casey? I'm delighted to be here.
Listen, I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you are here. I'm glad that you are available to be here. I know you have a busy schedule and a lot going on, but you are able to be available for us in the audience today. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for coming out today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it is my absolute pleasure to be here.
I'm glad. I usually, starting out the show, I give thanks not just for you being here, but I give thanks for you making the decision to humble yourself to be who you are for the masses and making the decision to do what it is you do for people. You're very intuitive, you're into the divine knowledge, and you're utilized in such a way that many people don't get a chance to tap into. But it does require sacrifice. It does require discipline. It requires you really positioning yourself to self-sacrifice good times and things with family to just really listen in. So for that measure of sacrifice, I got to thank you for that.
Well, I appreciate that very much, but I have to say I am so blessed by this calling and the beautiful people that get a hold of me. I'm as blessed by the work I do as people are by the blessings of the information that comes through. So.
I get you. I definitely understand that. So talk to us a little bit, Shawna, about the calling and the gifting that you have. How did it all start for you?
First of all, I was born into it. I just
Okay.
didn't know it. It took a long time to grow up enough to embrace all of this.
Mhm.
But there were markers along the way when I found out at 9 that I could see the aura. When I left my body at 2.5, and a couple of other
Wow.
times when I left my body and joined the angels and Holy Spirit. Very profound moments. But when you're a child, a youngster, you don't know other people aren't having the same experiences. So it took a while for me to realize I was different and to embrace that my differences in a good way.
Okay.
And certainly also involved some prejudice on other people's parts, not
I can imagine.
maybe embracing where I was coming from.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that growth is something, immeasurable blessings have come with my calling to help others on their journey and help them be able to hear the voice of our Creator that otherwise they might not be practiced enough to hear. Although I know everyone is intuitive.
Wow. I can appreciate that. And so from the age of 9 and then leaving, you're having an out of body experience at the age of 2. That is amazing. I've had, I think, the total of 2 out of body experiences. It's a phenomenal feeling. But it's very different. Those who haven't experienced it yet is some people can get with it, some people can understand, other people can't. But for you, so when you've shared that you've had an out of body experience, walking into the divine knowledge, or also walking into the knowing of knowing, what are some of the receiving attitudes and conversations you've had, with that?
That's a great question. I've had people that are, wow, excited, tell me more. When I met my husband, I experienced standing there with maybe 5 or 6 other single men at the time. And when I answered the question, what do you do? And I said I was a professional psychic. I experienced the room clearing out.
I can imagine.
6 men went from into the conversation to going, wow, that's cool. But they made it to the back wall quickly. And my husband came forward with his palm up and said, cool, read my palm. Needless to say, we're a match made in heaven.
Wow.
But
okay.
The majority of people, I shouldn't say the majority of anything, because some people are excited and they wish they had intuition themselves. And there's a whole nother group that doesn't understand my spiritual connection, and maybe they think it's aligned with something negative, or they're just plain freaked out. Like, don't look look at my thoughts, okay, Shawna? And the fact is, I'm not a nosy person, and I would never misuse my gift in that way. So
Right,
I
right.
simply don't check people out unless they ask me to.
Oh wow. Okay then. And so the negative connotation with that, when you utilize the conversation, when you speak of what you do and how you advise, how you're positioned, how do you handle that?
Well, oftentimes it comes from a particular faith-based or
Mhm.
religious-based fear.
Okay.
And often that comes from a Christian viewpoint and some things written in the Bible.
Mhm.
So I usually express that, yes, I understand that. And I think that in tuning in to just anybody
Mhm.
who is intuitive, it's dangerous. You do need to
Mhm.
know where the person you're consulting, where their alignment is, where their beliefs are.
Mhm.
If you talk to a psychic who is into spells and demons and scary things, you're
Mhm.
going to get a reading with some of those scary things. The information comes through the vessel. And
Okay.
so I am very, very much spiritually aligned, not just with one religion. I am a fan of and a researcher of many religions,
Mhm.
and all of them have prophets. All of them have seers
Mhm.
and intuitive ones.
Mhm.
And so my response often, depending on the question and
Mhm.
the confrontation, maybe,
Mhm. Right.
Jesus himself was certainly intuitive
Absolutely.
and said, "These things I do, you can do too." We're
Absolutely.
meant to be intuitive. We're all given intuitive gifts.
Mhm.
And I do think to develop a crutch and depend on someone else's guidance at all times
Mhm.
is probably not healthy. But to get a second opinion when that second opinion comes from a divine source
Right.
is wisdom.
I like that. I definitely like that. That is pretty profound there. And the how you handle that, I know, could be very for a weak person who doesn't have tough skin, probably couldn't handle, a lot of the questions that you may get or maybe the reactions you may get. But, at the end of the day, we all are, as you say, are blessed with the intuitive nature. It's whether we tap into it. And I think that's really, really phenomenal. Now the book Knowing,
Yes.
what inspired you to, create this publication or the scripture, so to speak, from your own testament? What inspired that?
Well, quite frankly, I am a math and science person. That
Really?
comes natural to me.
Okay.
And I failed at language arts. And I wasn't good at foreign languages either.
Okay.
So, really quite simply, Spirit said, write a book.
Mm.
And I always say, okay. And in this case, I said, I'm going to need a lot of help.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
divine intervention. Most of the book is channeled,
Okay.
and it comes from just a very personal. I just opened up and talked into
Okay.
the book, and my sweet husband was my editor. I
Mm.
took in 6 weeks. I wrote the book.
Wow.
The majority, I should
Okay.
say, of the
Okay.
book, and
Okay.
we stayed up till 2 in the morning, and we collaborated on editing. He was very much a part of helping me get the actual organization of the book put together and written. And it took about another 3 months, of course, of editing and really looking at it. But it
Okay.
came together so quickly. Divine took me at my word when I said, I'm going to need a lot of help.
I got you. I like that. I ordered the book knowing I have it
so
on ebook.
glad.
I'm going to read it. I want to really know your thoughts. I want to see your perspective. I want to understand what you're saying and your feeling and your perspective and approach to the intuitional channeling of the creator of God and how you utilize it for not just to help the masses. And I think it's such an amazing thing to, again, allow yourself to be in tune and in touch with that. And when you got a chance to have your first person that you sat down with, when this was happening and evolving, what were some of the things you had? I mean, I know there's a spiritual side and we also have our personal humanistic side. Did the humanistic side kick in more than the spiritual side when you first started positioning yourself to be in this place?
I think that there's always, as I said, that aspect where spirit does come through me as a vessel.
Yes.
I get into a trance, and so my eyes are closed, and you're going to have a reading with me, I think, a little later. So you will get to see firsthand how this works. But it is something where my eyes are closed. Many of my clients are over the phone, and I've never met them. It is a situation where I simply allow everything that drops through me to come out my mouth.
Okay.
And I really step aside and allow, but it would be inaccurate to say that everything is just purely divine. And I say that just because anytime it's coming through your vessel, it is something that is affected. And that's why I think it's so important to know the nature, being, and devotion of the person that's reading for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. I got you.
But I do my very best to make it as absolutely pure, none of me. And that's why I get in trance and really I step over.
Oh, I got you. Well, hey, listen, I definitely understand. So before we go any further and we'll talk a little bit more about the book, we want to give word to our sponsors and also our commercial. As I said, Standard Mag is one of our sponsors. It is the voice of the culture and also the oxygen to the entrepreneur. We look forward to many people subscribing even the more. And also at the same time, allowing them their stories to be told even more through the public online publication. Also, KR3 & Co. Enterprises is also a sponsor of ours. The company actually helps companies grow and help them grow securely. We also have a sponsor called Lit Chat. Lit Chat is a newly formed social media platform where your words now have fire. Instead of hearts, your situation is lit with fire, blue flames, literally. So, and also at the same time, we like I said, these are our sponsors, and we'll be right back from a word from our sponsors. Again, it's a pleasure to have you here on the show today, Shawna. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Life is filled with many unexpectancies. If something happened to you today, heart attack, cancer, stroke, or diagnosed with anything terminal, are you prepared for what's next? Only 1 out of 4 to 5 Americans have considered that life is unexpected, uncertain, and has some uncontrollable risk. Are you that 4 to 5 that hasn't taken action yet? Call right now for your free quote. Tomorrow's not promised. The protection of your legacy depends on what choice you make in this moment. Call right now.
Now, as being a holistic doctor, what are maybe a one little trinket of information that you can give us on how to make sure that we stay connected to our health in the time of a pandemic?
We need to be drinking water and exercising.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can tell people. If they don't want to do anything and they don't want to pay for anything, you must be exercising. It's not negotiable anymore.
Gotcha.
It's not negotiable anymore because exercising is what helps balance the hormones. It helps detox the body. It helps improve circulation. It's the best way to continue to build bones. It's the best way to help build your immune system. So that's the one token you can do to help improve your system while we're dealing with this virus. And you must drink water. And the water does not need to have sugar or additives. And water does not mean alcohol, juices, Kool-Aid. You know how growing up we used to have that red Kool-Aid.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It does not include any of that. It's just water.
I'm the author of the book Knowing, an award-winning book. I'm so excited to share. It does help people achieve their own intuition and understand a lot about what is intuition and how it works. I would love to help you or your group in any way that I can. I do offer classes and public engagements to share whatever aspect of spirituality or intuition that you would like me to talk on.
We're back. We're back. Again, we have the great Shawna Allard here with us. We have a few more minutes before we wrap up. So before we go, again, thank you for being in the building and with us on the studio today, Shawna. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about Knowing, the book, those who actually purchase and those who will actually read your testament and your perspective. What would be some of the takeaways that we would have, in reading and having, and listening to you in the book?
There are two main purposes of the book. One is to assist you in awakening your personal intuition, bringing that along, growing it, strengthening it, and learning to understand the language of intuition. It is a language, a style of communicating. And when you can recognize that, and when you value that, you can begin to follow your intuition. Following your intuition seems to strengthen it and gives you confidence. And so it's to put you on the road to being able to make decisions from an intuitive place, or a gut feeling, as people sometimes call it. The other purpose of the book is that it is loaded with actual readings. And there are chapters on relationships, children, health, pets. And I wish I remembered every single chapter right off.
That's okay. It's okay.
But it is a wonderful resource. The tabs on the side tell you what chapter you're in. And so you can look up several readings that have been done on relationship or pets or health. And you can just quickly go to that chapter, see the questions that real people asked and the answers that divinely have been given. So I've had many, many people tell me that just reading the book was so helpful to them, because divine answers are, truth is truth, right? And so sometimes we have questions that other people also have, feelings that are common to human nature. And the answers can be like a comforting salve on an open wound, soothing, comforting, and healing, and informative. So I find that the book is all of that. Many of my clients will just open it up and see what Spirit has to say to them today.
Absolutely. I understand. Okay. Okay. I love that. I look forward to reading and enjoying, the words of knowing and the conversation that you're having in the book. I'm definitely excited taking a look at your perspective and looking at knowing more, having conversation with you more. This is great. This is definitely awesome. Now, I know you've allowed yourself to be utilized here, and you've helped a lot of people. What are some of the people who are like, not who per se, but what are some of the genre of people that you've helped, you've had conversation with?
Okay.
And
Yes.
like
Well,
business.
there's several famous people that you would recognize. And of course, I can't name drop.
Right.
darn it.
No, it's okay.
This is one time I might do that if I could.
No, it's okay. I definitely
But
understand.
I have a lot of clients from LGBTQ, from housewives, a lot of parents, a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, like myself. Starting a business is really a challenge,
It
and
can be.
intuition can really help you to know how to have just that edge. So I get a lot of entrepreneurs, and that includes real estate agents, and actually a lot of psychotherapists is a big group. They seem to be especially open to this kind of guidance. So let's see what else. College students very often come. We have a couple of universities close to us, and I get a lot of college students and young people who say, uh-oh, maybe I missed something. I just graduated and it isn't a fit, or I'm not sure what to do with it. So divine guidance is really helpful for choosing careers, identifying your gifts, your path, increasing the bottom line in your profits, improving marriage, saving marriages, and sometimes helping you to end when you need to end a relationship.
Understand.
Being a parent myself, children are sometimes a mystery.
They can be, I'm
They're
sure.
individual human beings, and we are gifted to usher them through the world for only a few years, and then they are their own human. And
Right.
so it's a tricky navigation to navigate parenthood. Now I'm a grandmother.
Really? Oh,
And
wow.
that's just pure fun.
That's amazing. I am your energy is great. Your smile is great. The energy
thanks.
and the sunshine that you give off to the world is awesome. And so, and again, to be allowed in the divinely used category and as a person here to help the masses, I think that is very, very exceptional. So again, I look forward to reading the book, Knowing. I look forward to knowing more about you and having conversation with you. Now, before we go, is there something that you would like to encourage the masses at this moment on, before we end the call?
Yes. I hope that whether it is through prayer or meditation, the stillness in nature, or just a deep breath and a calm pause, that you develop a personal relationship with our Creator, however you see that, because you are intuitive, you are guided. And when you learn to hear those little nuggets of wisdom in your
Yes.
intuition, it
Wow.
will change the course of your life. So I
Wow.
really hope for that peace and that joy for each and every one of you that it provides to be connected to a spiritual source, whatever that is to you.
Wow. That is definitely phenomenal and definitely enriching And definitely something for individuals and people to really take note of, that you are created with a purpose. And I said that in the beginning, you are created in a place where that you can be utilized by the Creator God. And I am so thankful that we have you on, Shawna, to kind of express the importance of showing and knowing the intuitive side of yourself and what you have embedded within. I think that is phenomenal and amazing. So everybody, you guys know what I say: love life and live love, because you only have one life. And so with that one life, enjoy it and find yourself in a place of knowing your purpose and learning who you truly are on the inside. So just hang out with me for a second, Shawna. After the outro, I'll be going off live here, but I'll be able to talk with you. So everybody, y'all have a great day and have a great rest of your week. You'll be seeing me soon. We'll have Dr. Fisher back this week. She'll be giving me some updates on how she's been helping with her new holistic program. So I look forward to speaking with her. So listen, until then, everybody have a great day.